There's one solution, and you can only apply this solution before you. Welcome to my channel. This is The Right Property, where I bring you information before deals. Today, we're going to be talking about bad deals. Bad deals, okay? There are bad deals all over the real estate world, and you don't want to be one of those ending up with that. I'm going to give you what to look for when you're a buyer, and also what to look for when you're a seller. There are bad deals on both sides. It's not just about money. Sellers make money, they're so happy. Some sellers make money, they're not happy at all because they got a bad deal. All right? So I'm going to touch on buyers and sellers. And at the end, I'm going to give you the solution. There's one solution to fix both buyers and sellers' bad deals. So hang till the end, and I will tell you what the solution is. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. It's free. And what I'm bringing you is just information you need. Maybe down the line, maybe even some years' time, you get to buy real estate. You have something here that you can come back to and watch to help you with that transaction. You never can tell. So subscribe and share. A lot of people know people buying or selling. Share this information to them. But most importantly, if this is the only thing you do, even if you don't subscribe or share, please drop comments. Even if you don't finish the video, just drop a comment. You could be an agent, you could be a buyer, seller. Just drop a comment. I like to engage with my viewers. All right, so let's get started. As a buyer, there are three major things you have to look out for. Once this thing starts happening, it's a bad deal. And when I give you the solution, if it's possible, you just apply the solution right away, okay? Number one is your budget. When you have a budget in mind and you find an agent, and in the span of maybe a few tries, the agent is pushing you to up your budget, that's going to be a bad deal for you, because that ends in my second point. Once you up your budget, your savings, your preparation, everything has changed. You're most likely going to end up with a private lender helping you out. When you get in that situation, that could turn south very quickly, because when you go private, there are a lot of fees attached to that. There's higher interest rate attached to that. Most people start struggling once they have a private lending. Private lenders are there to help. They save a lot of deals. Okay, some bank can walk away 2 days to closing. They can walk away 3 days to closing. Once that happens, most people go to private lending. And those are people that know they can afford it anyways. But if you know you cannot afford private lending, do not up your budget, because you're only heading towards that direction. And number three, if you're buying a house and you're already dependent on the income of a tenant to help you out, maybe that house is too big for you. Maybe you don't want to do that. Because if your tenant stops paying, guess what? It's a loss for you, because what you're doing at that point is commercial business. And when you have a business, there's profit, there's losses. That's what the LTV is going to tell you. When your tenant don't pay, you still have to pay the bank. They don't have to pay you until the case is done with the tenancy board. And the bank is not going to wait for that. Once you don't pay your mortgage 3 consecutive months, they start foreclosure process on you. They kick you out and your tenant and take the house from you. So as a buyer, watch out for those 3 things. Be careful. Bad deals are all over the places. So I'm going to touch on sellers' bad deals, and then I'm going to give you the one solution for both. Okay? If you're a seller out there, be careful to not get yourself conditioned. And that's because agents will tell you anything before you agree to list with them. They want to win your listing from maybe 3 or 4 other agents you've been talking to. Your house is really worth 800,000. They can see that. But they tell you, how much do you want? You say 1 million, they'll be like, yeah, let's do 1 million. Why not? They won't tell you why you cannot get 1 million. After 2 months, 3 months, 4 months on the market and nobody's bringing anything, now they call you and be like, people are looking at the house. They like the house, but hey, your house is really like 800,000 because your basement is not finished, your walls are not this, and your rooms are small. They start giving you all the reasons they should have told you from the get-go why you cannot get 1 million. That's called conditioning. When they badmouth your house to a point, the next deal that comes in at 800, you're going to say yes to it. That's a bad deal for you because you started off with $1 million. It's not going to cost an agent to tell you what your house is really worth from the get-go, but because they know you may not sign that contract with them, they tell you what you want to hear. You get a bad deal as a seller for that. And also as a seller, once that agent starts bad-mouthing your house and showing you all the imperfections in your house, you're going to end up going lower. Most times, you'll even go lower than the 800,000 that your house is really worth, because at that point, frustration is set in, and you're already looking at your house like it's a piece of garbage yourself. So don't get yourself into conditioning. That's the most for sellers. So buyers, watch out for your, signs, and sellers, watch out for your signs too. So watch out for those two things. And now to the solution. Remember, leave a comment, leave a comment, leave a comment, okay? To the solution now. There's one solution, and you can only apply this solution before you sign an offer. If you're the buyer, you're the one putting in the offer. Before you sign that offer, you can apply this solution. As a seller, before you accept an offer, putting your signature on the offer is an acceptance. Before you accept an offer, you can only apply this solution. And the solution is firing your agent. It's as simple as that. Before you sign an offer, the agreement of purchase and sale is the offer. Before you sign that agreement, you can fire your agent. You're not firing your brokerage. The brokerage that agent works for is still representing you. They can give you another agent that will take over your deal. They give you another agent that takes over your deal, and then your deal comes to an end, hopefully better than the other agent was handling it. Okay? So don't be afraid to fire agents. Agents fire clients too. All right? So don't be afraid to fire agents. If I am your agent, don't be afraid to fire me. Okay? If I'm doing something wrong. And that's why I always walk my clients through the process. At every point, you know what I'm doing, and we're deciding together. All right? If you want to work with me, I work in the GTA. Buzz me up, because all I want to do is see you at the top.